This is All India Radio, and I'm Anuja Kumar with the news at 9. The headlines. Rescue and relief operations stepped up in several flood-affected areas of Kerala. 38,000 people rescued so far. 2 special trains being run tomorrow to evacuate stranded people. Commercial flights from Kochi Naval Base to start from tomorrow. Indian coastguard ship with 65 tons of relief material leaves Mumbai for Kerala. Prime Minister Narendra Modi assures Karnataka of all possible help for the flood victims. Prime Minister to share his thoughts with the people in his Mann Ki Baat program of All India Radio on 26th of this month. In Bihar, CBI files FIR against former Social Welfare Minister Manju Verma and her husband Chandrasekhar Verma under Arms Act. More than 2 million Muslims from across the world assemble at tent city of Mina in Saudi Arabia as 5-day Hajj pilgrimage begins. And in Asian Games, wrestler Bajrang Punia bags first gold for India in men's freestyle 65 kg category. The rescue and relief operations in flood-hit Kerala are in full swing. The National Disaster Response Force, NDRF, has deputed 58 teams for the operation. This is the highest ever deployment of NDRF in a single state since its raising in 2006. NDRF Director General Sanjay Kumar said that the operation is in full swing.
एनडीआरएफ की 58 टीम्स तैनात है, जिनके पास 207 बोट्स हैं और उसके साथ ही जो इक्विपमेंट्स हैं जो कि दिन रात काम करने में उनकी मदद कर रहे हैं, चाहे वो हाउस कोलैप्स का सिचुएशन हो या लैंडस्लाइड्स हो या पेड़ गिरने की स्थिति हो। इन सब के बीच में हमारे पास हजारों की संख्या में ऐसे लोगों के कॉल्स आ रहे हैं जो अपने नजदीकियों के बारे में जानना चाहते हैं, जो टूरिस्ट हैं उनके बारे में एनडीआरएफ की टीम 24 घंटे उनकी मदद कर रही है और लोगों की जानकारी उनके सगे संबंधियों तक पहुंचा रही है। इसी के साथ ही एनडीआरएफ की ये टीम अभी स्थानीय प्रशासन को, राज्य के प्रशासन को और वहां के लोगों को सिविल सप्लाईज या एसेंशियल कमोडिटीज उपलब्ध करवाने में मदद कर रही हैं।
Massive rescue operations are continuing in worst affected places, including Chenganur, Challakudi, Alluva, Allappuzha and Pattanamthitta, and thousands were rescued. Over 4 lakh people are housed in 3,026 relief camps across the state. IMD Director General K.J. Ramesh said, Red alert has been lifted in Kerala for first time since 9th of this month. Orange alert has been issued in the districts of Allappuzha, Pattanamthitta and Ernakulam.
बारिश की कमी पूरी तरह दिखाई देने की संभावना पूरा है। आज अभी जो है रेड अलर्ट का माहौल नहीं, आइसोलेटेड होगा, कहीं कहीं एक आध जगह होगी। अधिकांश भागों में हल्की से मॉडरेट इंटेंसिटी की रेनफॉल ही होगी। वो 21 के बाद पूरा बारिश कम होने का संभावना है।
Water level in major rivers has decreased. Water is receding in many of the flooded areas. Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan said the last stage of rescue operations has been progressing now. He told reporters that the main agenda of the government is to rebuild and restore normal life in the state, for which a plan is being worked out. He said rehabilitation will be done by various agencies. Since August 8th, 195 people have lost their lives and maximum number of deaths were reported from Idukki, where 43 people lost their lives. More from our correspondent.
The situation in Chenganur still remains critical. It is reported that even now there are hundreds of people isolated and stranded on rooftops. In Chenganur, Allappuzha and Pathanamthitta, 12,000 kilograms of essential goods including medicines were airdropped using 10 helicopters. The rescue operations by armed more than 7 lakh people are still staying in around 5,000 relief camps. With decrease in intensity of rain, the red alert warning was withdrawn. IMD has predicted no possibility of heavy rains in the state. Kerala Chief Minister said that all towns and cities hit by the floods would be cleaned on a war footing. The water level in Periyar River, Idukki and Mullaperiyar dams have decreased. With the report of Shamila from Thiruvananthapuram, Prashant Kumar Sinha, AIR News.
Centre has set up 3,757 medical camps in Kerala to prevent epidemic diseases, even though no outbreak of any communicable disease has been reported there so far. The Health Ministry said, while no outbreak of any communicable disease has been reported, health experts opine that once floodwaters start to recede, the environment will become conducive for epidemic diseases. The state has been asked for daily surveillance to detect early warning signs of any outbreak. A ministry statement said that following the state's request, the first batch of 90 types of medicines in requested quantity will reach Kerala tomorrow. Health Minister J.P. Nadda said his ministry is extending all support for the flood relief measures in Kerala. Commercial flights will start operating from Kochi Naval Base tomorrow in flood-affected Kerala. The government today said all logistic arrangements have been put in place. The railways will run 2 special trains tomorrow to Kolkata, originating from Thiruvananthapuram and Ernakulam. Train services are expected to be restored on all lines by tomorrow evening. A special train with 14 lakh litre of water and a Navy ship with 8 lakh litre of water will reach Kerala by tomorrow. An Indian Coast Guard ship carrying 65 tons of relief material for flood victims in Kerala left Mumbai this morning. An official said the consignment on board the ship Sankalp includes items donated by people to various NGOs and the Maharashtra government. It is expected to reach the Kochi port by tomorrow. Another ship with 50 tons of relief material is also scheduled to leave from the new Mangaluru port for Kochi today. During a review meeting of the National Crisis Management Committee in New Delhi today, Cabinet Secretary P.K. Sinha directed that focus should now be on providing emergency supplies of food, water, medicines and restoring services such as power, fuel, telecom and transport. An official release issued after the meeting said that 38,000 people have been rescued and evacuated so far from the flood-affected areas. Medical aid has been provided to more than 23,000 people. Pope Francis today called on the international community to provide concrete support to the flood-affected people in Kerala. The Vatican News reports that Pope Francis led the crowds gathered at the St. Peter's Square in prayer for the victims of this great calamity. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today spoke to Karnataka Chief Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy regarding the flood situation in parts of the state. In a tweet, Mr. Modi said he has extended all possible support in the rescue and relief operations. The Prime Minister prayed for the safety and well-being of those in the affected areas. Meanwhile, the joint rescue operation continues in Kodagu, that is reeling under flood and landslides. In total, 1,194 specialized rescuers from multiple agencies are involved in rescue operations in Kodagu. As on today afternoon, 4,225 people have been rescued and brought to safety by all agencies. 8 deaths are reported in Kodagu and 1 in Dakshin Kannada district due to rainfall. There are 3,600 displaced people in 36 relief camps in Kodagu and 802 people in 9 relief centers in Dakshin Kannada. According to the data released today, 123 kilometers of roads and 3,800 electrical poles and transformers are damaged in Kodagu and Dakshin Kannada. Chief Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy has instructed district administration to construct temporary sheds for those rendered homeless due to rain and landslide in Kodagu. Interacting with media persons in Medicare today, he said that PWD department is entrusted with the responsibility of resuming road connectivity. He said Medicare-Mangaluru road will be repaired on priority basis. He further added that 120 mobile toilets are arriving to Kodagu for the displaced people. More from our correspondent.
The rescue teams are reaching out to interior villages and evacuating people. The Army, National and State Disaster Response Force, Quick Response Team, Civil Defense involved in rescuing over 100 marooned people in Mukodlu, Jodupala and Monangiri in Kodagu district. Schools and colleges are converted into relief camps and holiday declared for students till Tuesday. Indian Navy personnel are operating in Devasturu and Kallur. Air Force has deployed M-17 chopper for rescue operation. Sudhindra, AIR News, Bengaluru.
In Uttar Pradesh, monsoon rains and floods continue to wreak havoc in many parts of state. More than 10,000 people were rescued today by administration in different villages affected by flood. Our Lucknow correspondent reports that heavy rain lashed many parts of the state today, also raising the fear of flood. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will share his thoughts with the people in India and abroad in his Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio on the 26th of this month. It will be the 47th episode of the monthly radio program. In a tweet, Mr. Modi said people can share their ideas and suggestions on the Narendra Modi app and MyGov Open Forum. People can also dial the toll-free number 1800-11-7800 and record their message for the Prime Minister in either Hindi or English. Some of the recorded messages may become part of the broadcast. People can also give a missed call on 1922 and follow the link received in SMS to directly give their suggestions to the Prime Minister. In Bihar, CBI has filed FIR against former Social Welfare Minister Manju Verma and her husband Chandrasekhar Verma under Arms Act. Sources said 50 live cartridges were recovered from her residence during raid in Begusarai district of the state. The Deputy Superintendent of Police of CBI has lodged FIR at Cheria Bariapur Police Station of the district. The Central Bureau of Investigation team conducted searches at Verma's residence in Patna and Begusarai. The CBI interrogated the former Social Welfare Minister and her husband separately. In Uttarakhand, Prime Minister's Soil Health Card scheme is proving to be helpful in meeting the government's goal of doubling the income of farmers. The scheme aims at promoting soil test-based and balanced use of fertilizers to enable farmers to release higher yields at lower cost. Here is a ground report from our Dehradun correspondent.
Under this scheme, farmers give samples of soil from their field at testing centers, where after examining, agriculture scientists advise farmers to put required fertilizer in their field for better yield of crops. A beneficiary of Pauri Garhwal district, Jagdish Prasad, has said that soil health card has benefited him. He is getting more yield from the crop after soil testing of his field under this scheme.
कृषि विभाग ने हमें मृदा कार्ड दिया और इसमें जो पोषक तत्व या जो खाद मात्रा से इसमें दिया जाएगा उसी ढंग से हम इसको खेत में प्रयोग करेंगे तो इसमें पैदावार बढ़ेगी.
The Department of Agriculture is distributing soil health cards to the farmers in Dugadda block in Pauri district. The central government has set a target to double the income of farmers. In order to achieve this, schemes like soil health card are proving to be very much effective. Raghavesh Pandey, AIR News, Dehradun.
The BJP today said the economy is doing good under the NDA government. Party spokesperson Sambit Patra said during the Narendra Modi dispensation, India has become one of the 6 largest economies in the world. He was reacting to the claim by the Congress that UPA 1 and UPA 2 governments delivered the highest decadal growth since independence. Speaking to media in New Delhi, Mr. Patra said the UPA regime was unable to check current account deficit and rising inflation. Earlier in the day, Congress spokesperson and former Finance Minister P. Chidambaram cited data to prove that the average growth rates under the UPA governments were better than those under the NDA rule. More than 2 million Muslims from across the world are converging at tent city of Mina in Saudi Arabia as 5-day Hajj pilgrimage began today. They will spend the night there and move towards plains of Arafat at dawn tomorrow for the day's main ritual of Hajj reciting prayers. Nearly 175,000 pilgrims from India are performing Hajj this year. For the first time, around 1,000 Indian women pilgrims have gone there without mehram following Indian government's recent decision. It was a mixed day for India on day 2 of the 18th Asian Games in Indonesia today. A dominating Bajrang Punia opened India's gold medal account by defeating Japan's Daichi Takatani 11-8 in the final of men's freestyle 65 kg category. India opened its medal account with a bronze by Apurvi Chandela and Ravi Kumar in rifle mixed team shooting event. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has congratulated Bajrang Punia for winning the first gold for India at the Games and wished him future success. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Rescue and relief operations stepped up in several flood-affected areas of Kerala. 38,000 people rescued so far. 2 special trains being run tomorrow to evacuate stranded people. Commercial flights from Kochi Naval Base to start from tomorrow. Indian Coast Guard ship with 65 tons of relief material leaves Mumbai for Kerala. Prime Minister Narendra Modi assures Karnataka of all possible help for the flood victims. Prime Minister to share his thoughts with the people in his Mann Ki Baat program of All India Radio on 26th of this month. In Bihar, CBI files FIR against former Social Welfare Minister Manju Verma and her husband Chandrasekhar Verma under Arms Act. And in Asian Games, wrestler Bajrang Punia bags first gold for India in men's freestyle 65 kg category. And that is all in the news at 9.